Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Trending Thursday. Market rebound today. Is it time to buy or sell? We're going to cover that information for you today. Look at what's going on in the market, give you some stock ideas, whether good, bad, or indifferent. Well, probably more good than bad or indifferent. Give you some good stock ideas, and if you can hear me, by all means, please respond in the chat in the affirmative with VV Nation to let me know that I am coming across loud and clear. All right, we do this every Thursday, folks, and the VectorVest system is designed to help you guys make better decisions in the market. I'm just a guy, but the VectorVest system does all of the work. You reap all of the rewards, and that's what it's all about. So it looks like the people that are here, sunny in Houston, Texas. It ain't like, well, it's a little sunny now. The sun's starting to come out now. But it's a little chilly here. Que onda, Glenn? I'm good, I think. You can hear me. Struggles real. That's good. Manju is here. Mass luxury transportation is here. How's the average rent in New York over? You know something? New York. I'm a New Yorker, born and raised, and it's prime place where people want to live. I think eventually, though, New York is going to price themselves out of the market. You would think that about California as well, but New York, the city's so good they had to name it twice. It's you can't get over that. It is what it is. Lafo, it means what's up. Oh, okay, on the something. Just in case you didn't know, Fernando, my stepmom is Puerto Rican, so half my family is Spanish, and I don't speak nearly enough Spanish. When I go home and they talk to me in Spanish, I sit back and I go, "Okay, okay." And then I play banda music. Boom, 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 boom. I don't do that, but we do that. So, cloudy in Maine. It's too cold in Maine, Maria. That's way too cold. I don't want to go to Maine. I'd go to Maine. I think Maine and Ohio have like 2 hours of summer. That's it. That's all you got is about 2 hours of summer. How about this, folks? If you're brand new to the channel, hey, I want you to hit the subscribe button, especially if you like the content. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so that you'll be alerted to when new content comes out. And if you like the content, folks, hit the content, share. Right now, all my regular VV Nation people, I want you to share the live link right now on your social circles to get other people in here today. I want to do that. Joey, go to the other screen. Not that. Never mind. Yeah, I want to get 300 people in here. Help me to do that. I want to get 300 people in here today. Help me to do that. Only you can help me to do that. All right. VV Nation, show up and show out. Let's get over 300 people in the room today. I got a lot to talk about. And, this gives me an opportunity to talk to a bigger mass of people. So please help me out today. All right. Pimping ain't easy. You right, Struggle. Yeah, I try to tell that to Joey all the time. He doesn't understand. But pimping ain't easy. I hear you. All right. So with all of that being said, let's talk about what's going on in the market today. I'm going to go, I can use my buttons now, right? I'm going to go to the market timing graph. In the VectorVest, we track over 9,000 stocks. The market is up today. As a matter of fact, let's go back to the home page. That was my fault. Let me go back to the home page. We can clearly see that the market is up today. And, today's title is, a rebound day. Market has gone down for about 4 days in a row. Market's up today. Is it the time to buy? Well, looking at our primary wave, we're still in a down call in the primary wave. With a rebound day, is this a trap or is this the time to go buy? I'm of the mindset of always take what the market gives you. If the market's giving you an opportunity to buy, take that opportunity. But as we look at the market right now, live, we're doing this live. The market's starting to fall off for the last 20 minutes because I'm looking at intraday 5-minute bars. But we do have a level of support on our market timing graph sitting at the level $55.57. And remember, this price is the price of the combined over 9,000 stocks that we track in the market. Boyle would have made you nice money today. Mike, we were looking at it today. I saw the move. Boyle is such a volatile stock, And when we were looking at it in the Jockey Club this morning, I didn't really like it. Then afterwards, it rose up again. Just be careful with Boyle. If it's not If volatility is not your thing, I'd stay away from Boyle. I would stay away from Boyle. But look at that. We're bouncing off a level of support. The 3 and the 8 on 5-minute bars in the market turned over. So even though the market is higher than it was yesterday, it is pulling back live as we're watching right now. So to give an idea of where the rebound day is, it time to buy, look at today's candle. Look at today's candle. A lot of selling pressure at the top of the wick. It's still open, but a lot of selling pressure at the top of the wick. I'm still telling you that coming off of the high right here, if you're a VectorVest subscriber, I did the special presentation this week called Keep Your Eye on the MTI. A couple of things happened to actually give me confirmation coming off the high that the market was in a level of a top. After this nice run up at a level of the top, we have an indicator that helps our subscribers know when the market is starting to look for a top. We had confirmation of the primary wave down, the market's moved down, and today's activity, do I buy or do I sell? I buy if I'm a shorter term trader, day trader, and the market's giving me the opportunity to buy. But long term, am I really ready to buy? The answer to that is no. Why? Because the market is pulling off of that high at a level of support, but a lot of selling pressure with the big wick at the top of the candle. Mike, I know you were there, so I know that's why you brought up about Boyle today. So that's where we stand. Now, does that mean I'm not going to give you any stocks to consider? Absolutely not. I'm still going to accommodate the more aggressive trader. I'm going to talk about the swing trader, and I'm going to give you some picks that I actually like that I would like for you to at least keep on your radar. But with the overall feel in the market right now, PPI comes out tomorrow. The Fed talks next week, another Fed rate hike. Keep your eye on tomorrow's 6 p.m. video. What did I call it, Joey? You don't even know. I called it what the Fed should do. All right, that's going to be the 6 p.m. video going into the weekend tomorrow. Keep your eyes out for that. I lay out a beautiful plan of where we were, what happened, where we are now, and I give some guidance in regards to what the Fed should do now. So make sure you watch the 6 p.m. video if you want to get the alert. That's why I say you need to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to do that. So I still ask you guys to subscribe. Pankaj did subscribe to the channel. Thank you. And Mr. Doge Shot, looks like you subscribe to the channel. Thank you as well. And I'm looking to see how many of you are putting those requests out. Why did you move that so I couldn't see it, Joey? Of how many people are in the room. Why did you take that away from me? I wanted to see. You think I'm distracted by it, Joey? He walked away. Sigh. Anyway, again, I would really like to get us to the point of having about 300 people in the room, but only you guys can make that happen. All right, so that's what's going on in the market. Now let's turn our attention. To news that's moving the market. All right, pay our attention to that. U.S. jobless claims rise slightly in a tight labor market. The jobs information is going to be in tomorrow's video. Do you know, just a precursor, do you know there's 11.4 million jobs that are out there? I'm going to show what inflation and the raising and what the jobless number is and how that affects inflation and aids in the ability of talking about what the Fed should do. But how about this? The Fed to weigh higher interest rates next year while slowly rises this month. Interesting. So does he actually help to aid in a Santa rally by maybe only raising 50 basis points? But then come next year, the reality sets back in. He says, all right, I just gave you a Christmas present. We're still going to go back. We're still going to go back to going back up to 75 basis point or even one full 100 basis point. So it's going to be very interesting. And I think that this is just to codify a lot of the people that are out there that are pulling on this coattail saying you've got to slow down on the rate of the increases in interest rates because it's steep. All right. And I think a lot of people are feeling that. A lot of people are like, yo, you can't do that. But I'm here to tell you that the Fed's going to do what the Fed's going to do. And no matter what you think, no matter what you feel, You can't fight the Fed. All right. Now, oil is in the news again. Oil prices are set to soar. Now they're falling fast. Just for disclosure, I am out of my WTI trade. I still think that on paper, oil should rise getting into the colder months, but it's just not happening. Something else happened. Oil prices fall on the prospect of the Keystone resumption. I didn't realize that the Keystone pipeline had a leak in it from Canada down to somewhere. Where was I don't remember where the leak was. Actually, it might tell me. Felt Thursday key shut down after returning to service, putting a hefty amount of crude back in this market. At the same time, that global economic slowdowns raised fuel demand fears. Canada, there it is, said its giant 622,000 barrel per day Keystone crude oil pipeline, heavy crude to the Midwest. After there it is, a spill in Kansas Creek. So it shut down. So opening back up, it's going to put more oil back into supply. I still think that we are still selling our strategic, and I think that that's not a good thing. That's not a good thing, but this is also helping to push oil prices down. But from that perspective, thank you very much, Maria. I appreciate that. From that perspective, there's still two stocks out there in the space that seem to be doing well. ExxonMobil, gosh, couldn't get it out. ExxonMobil and Occidental Petroleum. These are still two good stocks in this space to keep your eyes on. We all know that Warren Buffett is betting heavily on Occidental Petroleum, but ExxonMobil is a well-known name in this space. So this article talks about the two that are holding their own, even though the prices of oil are going down. Couple of stocks to keep your eyes on, especially from an earnings perspective. Costco, Broadcom, and Lululemon all have earnings. We're going to take a look at those stocks. Gold stocks have been good lately, and that's a lot of time, Mike, because of the weakening dollar. Remember, when I did my video on gold stocks and gave you some stocks to take a look at, I prefaced it by saying that it's all contingent upon the strength of the dollar. If the dollar starts to fall, gold is poised to start to move higher since it's been beaten down so much. And I think that when it does rise and keeps on rising, it's going to rise steadily. All right, as long as the dollar stays weak. When did the president say the Keystone could be reopened? John, it's not the Keystone XL, it's the Keystone, the original Keystone pipeline. It got shut down a little bit because of a leak. All right, not the Keystone XL. Nobody said, and I need to point that out. This has got nothing to do with the addition that was being built prior to the administration coming into play. So, John, not the XL pipeline, not the XL, the original Keystone that's already putting in oil from Canada down all the way down. You got it, my friend. AVGO has earnings after the close today. Thank you, Knife Man. This story didn't bring that up, but there are a few popular stocks that have earnings. All right, but I'm going to bring these up to look at them as well. Tesla, man, how long are Tesla stockholders going to allow and stay in the stock? All right, Tesla stock slides as report says Musk could pledge shares to back the Twitter loans. If you are a Tesla owner, are you happy in Tesla right now? Type of 1. And this is whether you own it or not, but I'm just asking theoretically. If you're a Tesla owner, are you happy with what's going on with the price going down because of what Musk is doing? Type of 1. Type of 2, if you're like, yo, this is just what, Musk, this is his money. He can do what he wants. All right, I'm just curious to know. If I were a Tesla owner, I'd be like, yo, come on. Stop giving all your money. Stop giving all of our money to Twitter. I think the Twitter story has been, beat to heck, and nobody really cares anymore for the most part. I think that's my opinion. But man, if I own Tesla, but I'm taking that money and putting it into Twitter, man, I'm not going to be happy. Why is oil stocks down? Because supply is out there, whether it's from our strategic reserves, whether it's for what's already in existence for the Keystone pipeline, the existing Keystone pipeline that got shut down because of a leak. Opening back up is going to put a lot more oil, But, I have to do some digging into in regards as to how much the pipeline sustains the oil production, the oil supply? Because I don't know, but from what I understand, anybody back me up on that? It does contribute a lot of oil. Yes or no? All right, the Keystone Pipeline, the original, not the XL, which would have given us more oil. It does put out a lot of supply. Dollar stores here in Canada have also done well. I did that as a recession-proof video looking at recession-proof stocks like Dollar Store. Joey, are you here?
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking for. All right. We're not up to 300, folks. Come on. I need y'all to push this for me. I really share this link because the stuff that we got is for people all around in this industry this is important stuff. We got a rebound day. What should you guys be doing? How is this rebound day and long term? How is this going to affect our ability to make money in the stock market? Share this, folks. Get this out there. I really need you to do that for me. All right, another stock that's in the news, Airbnb. Now, this is interesting. It got downgraded. All right, the stock got downgraded. Shares in Airbnb have dropped nearly 10% since the start of the week. The downgrade comes after Morgan Stanley's analysis of the company raised several concerns, including decreasing demand for rooms. Now, this is interesting. If people are willing to get out of the house, they're willing to travel, they're willing to spend money to go to Disney at the inflated prices. They're willing to get on the airplanes. Airlines are talking about record bookings. They're willing to go and get on a ship. Why would the demand for rooms in Airbnb be happening? Slow growth in room listings. Analysts now believe that there's an above-average risk of the share dropping below $60, despite currently sitting at around $91. So it's a story. The other side of it is that if inflation is hurting people the way that I think it should be hurting people, then that makes sense from that perspective, that people are like, yo, I'm not going out or I'm not taking a vacation like I should be. But the other industries in this space are saying that they've got record bookings. So there's a little bit of conflict there in the way the stories are coming out. Airbnb has taken a beating since its IPO in December 2020. Share price down 37%, blah, 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 blah. So overall, we're going to take a look at the stock. It's been downgraded, and we'll see what's going on. Amazon, how about this? Amazon to roll out a TikTok-like shopping experience on social commerce push. So social media, whether it's TikTok, whether it's Facebook, whether it's Twitter, whatever it is, appeals to a lot of people. I think that this is a smart play on Amazon's part to get more. Joey, your mic is on. To get a lot of people involved in the buying experience. So said on Thursday it's going to roll out TikTok-like feed on its e-commerce app, hoping to attract new shoppers through a stream of videos, photos from their favorite influencers. It's going to be interesting. I think that anybody who's creative enough to take advantage of what people like is a good thing. All right. So innovation, that's a good thing. And we'll see what happens with the stock. You know, us, for those people who are not subscribers to the VectorVest software, we give you an opportunity, though, to still see what's going on with stocks in the market. If you go to our main website, www.vectorvest.com, you go to the website, you'll see a link at the top that says blogs. All right. I put my mouse on it, and every day we try to put out a new stock for you to keep your eyes on. Under hot stocks, yesterday's story was Campbell's Soup is up 5% after earnings. And a lot of people jump on stocks after earnings and say, oh, man, it's good. But if you analyze the stock the way that VectorVest can, it shows that the upside potential and the safety looks shaky. So we're going to take a look at that stock in the software as well. But I want to keep bringing you guys to the understanding, if you are not a subscriber to the VectorVest software, you can still pick up on some of the benefits that our subscribers have by taking a look at the stocks that we put into our blogs for you. I stopped using Airbnb because the fees are so high and it's no longer the deal it was over hotels. Okay, I got you. Mash says, Glenn, I'll hit the like button if you press a random button on your soundboard. How about this? There's a random button. All right, there's a random button. I love my soundboard. I love my soundboard. So there you go, Mash. All right. And I appreciate the like. I appreciate the like. So we're going to take a look at this stock. Something else that we've got going, especially if you're not a subscriber, we have something called the 28-day portfolio challenge. It's free. And it will help you to discern what's going on in your current portfolio. If you have bad stocks that need to be removed, if you want to know what the best stocks are to buy and know when to buy them, it's a free 28-day portfolio challenge. Go to where's it at? www.vectorvest.com/28. Where is it? Joey, can you put that in somewhere? www.vectorvest.com/28. All right, www.vectorvest.com/28. John says, just signed up for the challenge and will be signing up for the 30-day trial for 99 cents. Outstanding. Love that. I love that, love that, love that. Thank you very much for that, John. You know something? It's a trial to the software for 30 days for 99 cents. You can't beat that. And if you don't like it, you don't continue. If you don't like it, you don't continue. But it gives you access to all of the things pretty much that I do here in the live stream when we analyze stocks. So thank you very much for that, John. I appreciate that. I really, really do. I'm still sitting at 186 people. Folks, I really want to push us to get about 300 people in here. I'm trying to get it done. If we get it done, that's great. If we don't, there's only but so much I can do. All I can do is ask you. All right. So those are all of the stories that I have for the day. We're going to get back into the VectorVest system. All right. And, you know, I've always got watch lists set up for stocks, what's going on, and my watch list for stocks that I want you to keep your eyes on. So I'm going to go to the viewers tab after we've already looked at what's going on in the market. Here's all of the indices, what's going on. The Dow is up today. Notice that nothing is really rocking and rolling with the exception of the Qs. The tech stocks are up almost 1%. Now the VIX has dropped. The VIX has dropped because today is up. People are less fearful in the market. So the volatility on the S&P 500 has fallen 1%. But I don't want you to lose sight of the price of the VIX is still above the value of $20. That means we still have a heightened level of volatility in the market. So don't lose sight of that. What does that mean? High volatility lends to us having big swings throughout the day, up and down, up and down, up and down. All right, so just please keep that in mind. All of the major indices are up. One day doesn't make a trend. We looked at the 3-month graph of the VectorVest composite. We still think, by way of the information that I saw in the graph, I still think we've got more downside than upside, all right? Especially coming on the heels of the presentation that I gave as the special presentation this week. So what stocks made the news? Remember, from those news stories, I compiled a list of stocks that made the news. ExxonMobil as compared to Occidental Petroleum. These stocks are sorted by our master indicator VST. So the best stocks that have the combination of value, safety, and timing at the top of the list. And look at that. Oil, number 1, and oil, number 4. AVGO and Lululemon both have earnings coming out, but they are fundamentally sound stocks that are moving up in the market. Tesla, I'm thinking that at some point in time, Elon Musk is going to see, you know, this is an opinion on my part. How many of you think that Tesla people are going to get fed up and do a mass exodus? Type of 1 in the room. If you think Tesla is just too good of a stock and they're going to stay in it, type of 2 in the room. I'm curious to know how many people, you know, with all of that's going on with the taking the money out of Tesla and putting it into Twitter, how many of you think that there's going to be a mass exodus on Tesla? And how many of you still think that the stock is just that good that people are going to bide their time? All right. I want everybody to answer. I want as many. I just want your opinion. I want your opinion. I want everybody to answer. You can do it. We got almost 200 people in the room. I should see close to 200 responses. All right. 427 Trading says the shorts are tasting blood. You know something? If there is going to be a mass exodus and it's an optionable stock, I would not be averse to buying a put on it. The rats are abandoning the ship. Raymond says 2. Michael says 2. Ben says nothing is that good. I like that answer. I just am curious to see if the Tesla folks get fed up enough with him manipulating money out of the company, taking money out of their pockets to put it into Twitter. All right, so just very interested in that. All right, Costco is in here, I believe, for earnings. Campbell's was the story that came from our blog. Oil, look at that move again with the Keystone Pipeline coming back online after being shut down because of a leak. With us still selling our strategic reserves, we're putting a lot of oil out there. With that, it's, I think, us selling the reserves is artificially keeping oil price low. And to what extreme? What happens, God forbid, we really run into a national emergency? What do we do about oil? You know, the Airbnb story in Amazon. Let's take a look at all of these graphs real quick. We'll do that. Notice that a lot of these stocks are sell recommendations from the stories. OEMs are coming out with more EV competition. You know, I saw a story. I'm going to look at these graphs. Something that I talked about in the Jockey Club this morning. I saw a story that said that renewables were going to overtake fossil fuels by 2025. I had to laugh at that because I'm like, yo, that's 3 years from now. You're going to say that. I know that the demand for new renewables is increasing. How many of you believe that alternative or clean energy is going to overtake fossil fuels by 2025? Type of 1. Type of 2 if you think that that's a silly story. Type of 2 if you think that that's a silly story. I'm going to go for the number 2. I don't think that that's a real story. It's out there. All right, it's out there. No, but I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense that renewables are going to overtake. I know that this administration wants to do away with fossil fuels. I think no matter who's sitting in the White House, I don't think you can ever get to a point where you're going to overtake fossil fuels just like that. Can't happen. The world is too dependent. The world, not only us, the world is too dependent on fossil fuels. All right, so as the petroleum industry is getting beat, ExxonMobil, you know, something is not in as steep a decline as many other oil stocks. All right, not nearly as a steep in decline, but it is broken through a level of support. The 3 is below the 8. Now let's go see when we get to Occidental Petroleum. AVGO earnings coming out. We're going to get a feel of relative safety is above 1. I think it stands a good chance of beating earnings, but the forward guidance is what's going to show the move on the stock. I think it's strong enough financially to beat earnings, but the forward guidance is what's going to cause the move. Lululemon, fundamentally sound stock. I think it beats earnings, but again, it's going to be dependent upon forward guidance. Occidental Petroleum. So I'm looking at Occidental. I'm looking at ExxonMobil. If you look at the graphs, ExxonMobil looks better, right? It's not in as steep a decline as Occidental Petroleum. We all know that Warren Buffett's got a big stake in this, but if I go back to ExxonMobil, doesn't look nearly as harsh as Occidental Petroleum. So by way of the graph, I'm looking at it from that perspective. We'll see. As for right now, coal is what makes electricity. And you're right, Drew. It makes about 60% of the electricity. Fossil fuels want to get rid of this. I hear you, Roger. I'm not going down there. We are scared to buy when there is a sell off the broad markets. No, the thing is, I'm not telling you to buy by way of our guidance. Let me move this over for a second. All right, let me move this over for a second because by way of our guidance, all right, and I don't know if I should show this to the people who are not subscribers, but you know what our guidance says? VectorVest advocates caution when buying stocks at this time. So, Marie, it's not that we are telling anybody to buy. We're telling you to be cautious. We're telling you to be cautious. And again, for those people who are not subscribers to the software, 99 cents for 30 days gets you guidance like that every single night, along with about a 5 to 7 minute video about what's going on in the market. All right, 30 days for 99 cents gets you that guidance. All right, let's keep on going down the list. Tesla is just And again, the mass exodus doesn't happen. I think that when you look at the move of the stock, and if I'm a Tesla owner and I see that Musk is just taking this money from this company and giving it to Twitter, at some point somebody's going to say, enough is enough. Salt Shaker says batteries aren't the answer, need a better alternative. Well, we got three alternatives. We got electric, we got solar, and we got wind. And they all have their drawbacks, right? They all have their drawbacks. Are we not in a confirmed up? Yes, we are. We are. But if you watch the special presentation Friday Fireblazer, something happened out of that confirmed up call, which shows that prior to us getting a confirmed down call, some other signals had triggered that we could have some downside. Again, I went through great lengths to explain that, even though we are in a confirmed up call. I saw something happen by way of looking for a market top, and I've got some confirmation behind that. Again, for those of you who are subscribers, that information was out there for you. And if you're not a subscriber, you want to get that kind of information, take the 99-cent trial. But I still think at some point in time, people are going to say enough is enough when it comes down to Tesla. Costco, wow. So earnings are coming out. Relative safety at 1.23, a little bit more hit than the other stocks that are coming out with earnings. I think that even if they do beat earnings, I think that they're adversely going down. They may not have good forward guidance, may or may not. CPB, Campbell Soup, the story, they beat earnings. But if you look at relative value and relative safety, this is still more of a speculative play. Now, even being a speculative play, the stock is definitely moving from the bottom left to the top right. I won't take that away from the stock, but fundamentally not sound, not good from an earnings perspective, even though they beat. I'd be careful with Campbell. I would definitely be careful with Campbell. Fireblazer says just have stops, tight stops just in case. Absolutely. And a stop, I just did a video on that as well. Why stops are so important. Folks, the reason why I want to get people to the channel is because of the video content that we put out that is very germane and very timely to what's going on in the markets. Folks, I don't think that there's anybody else on YouTube that does the kind of job that we do to educate our subscribers and give them the usable information that they need. Fireblazer says, but it's good. How many of y'all remember the commercial? Good. Good. Campbell's Little Soup, good. Type of one if you remember that commercial. That was you're showing your age, Fireblazer, because I remember that. I'm probably showing my age too. How many of y'all remember that commercial, the good commercial? What else is in my list? I've got oil. Oil is getting under a lot of selling pressure as well. But again, there's a lot more supply of it. There's a lot more supply of it than not. What else is in it? Airbnb. Be careful. Coming off of the high, the stock is trending lower. So we saw a story that talked about why Airbnb is going down. I wouldn't be a buyer of it. Amazon. Wow. So Amazon is doing a little bit of a pivot because they're watching the stock go down. And you know something? Maybe this innovation is enough to at least bolster it. I don't know if it's enough to correct it. All right. It's a story. And I don't think that story carries enough weight to push this stock up higher. A little bit more of a boost than where it is now, possibly. All right. So a lot of these stocks I'm not a fan of, even though they've made the news. All right. Even though they've made the news, I'm not a big fan of those. All right. Let's talk about some of the hottest industries. How many of you know what the hottest industry is? I'm not going to put you all out on there. Let's go do it this way. Let's go see what the hottest industries are. We're going to go to Delta Searches Industries. I've got a search created to show the percentage change of relative timing over the last 10 days and if it's getting better. Wow. Insurance brokers. 10 days ago, the change in RT was sitting at almost 8%. Over the last 10 days, current 10 days, it's up 26%. It shows me that it's moving. All right, let's go see what stocks are in here. All right, because you're not subscribers, I'm not going to give it all away. I am going to show you the top 5. How about that? I'll show you the top 5. What's moving? AJG, AON, blah, 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 blah. Let's go take a look at these. Let's go see if any of these are worth. This is an industry that's on the move, folks. Put it on a 1 month graph. I'm not feeling AGG, AJG. I'm not feeling AON. MMC is a little bit of a channel. 3 and 8 are still good, but converging. Brown and Brown. So out of all of these stocks, I don't know what's moving it. Well, now I'm going to open them all up for you. Sigh. I'm going to open them all up for you. It says, there we go. Let's go see all of them. Something's got to be making this industry move, because if it was just those top 5 stocks, I wasn't seeing it there. I wasn't seeing it there. Let's graph all of these real quick. All right, put this on a 1 month graph. What's moving this industry? Let's go to the next stock. No. And it would suck if this whole, there it is. It sucks that this industry is being moved by one stock, which is FanH. All right, that stock is pushing this industry higher. So is TIG. All right, nice move higher in that industry. EHTH is not a bad play, even on the pullback to 3 and 8 held, and now moving back higher again. So there's 3 stocks in there. Hungry Hippo. Out of all of those 11 stocks, there's 3 stocks that are really moving that industry higher. But I'm able to use this sort of a search to see what industries on the rise. And there was 3 stocks that I saw that I could put into my watch list. I need something single digits going double. Internet network. Right click, view the stocks in that industry group. All right. And let's go to the top 5. Hurricanes can make it more. Don't start with that. Who said that? That was Jamie Dimon. Wow, look at these stocks today. GDS up 15.8%. Let's go do a graphing of these. Look at the top 3. Nice move on GDS Internet Network. Was trending down, broke through the trend. 3.8 broke. Nice up candle, little wick at the top. What else is in here? EGHT, little sideways move. 5 Networks, little sideways move. AKAM, no. VVX, no. All right, interesting that it's really just one stock, but how about this kind of technique to find and hone in on specific stocks based on this technique of looking at what industries are rising? Let's go see if we can find one more that's got single digits 10 days ago, double digits now. Run that again. Single digits 10 days ago and double digits now. How about here? No. It looks like that's about it, because now these are double digits 10 days ago, less double digits now. I love this ideology to hone in on what's making moves. One stock does not make an industry move. Well, it can put a big weight on it, especially if the RT of that stock is high. It can push the RT of the industry higher. All right, so you're right, not one, but if it's a big move, it can have, and it depends on how many stocks are in that industry as well, Fireblazer. All right, it depends on which one. All right, let's go. I got nothing up there. Let's go to my next viewers, which is short-term plays. All my short-term people, put your hands up. How many of you are looking for those shorter plays, those shorter-term plays? A couple of days, maybe even a day trade. Put your hands up. How many of you are looking for those really short-term trades? All right, I've got 5 stocks that I want you to keep your eyes on. All of these stocks are up bigly today. Right? Let's go see if they've got the wherewithal to keep moving after today. Let's view the stock graph. Let's go see if they've got, and put this on intraday, 5-minute bars, current. Actually, let's go put this on a 1-month graph. RDX. Probably moved up for 2 days in a row on big news. How many of you are comfortable playing this trade? All right, I'm going to tell you that I'm not. I'm going to tell you that most likely there is going to be more of a pullback to this, because prior to all of this news, the stock looked like poop. And then all of a sudden, it didn't look like poop anymore. A lot of give back yesterday, not that today. Both days are above average volume. So from a tech perspective, RT is above 1. I'd be careful with this because of the past history on the stock. because of the past history on the stock. Next stock. Now, Summit's got 3 days in a row. 3 days in a row, not gapping, only gapped up once. Gapped up once, continuation. What I don't like, two things. One, the big wick just shows me some selling pressure on the stock, and over the last 3 days, the volume is falling. So the stock is going up nicely on less volume. Less people are interested. And I've got some selling pressure with the big wick at the top. Not sure if this stock still has legs to move up. Now, Momo, this wasn't earnings, I don't think. Nope. Momo went up on earnings. All right, Momo went up on earnings. It gapped up. Even when it was pulling back going into the earnings, the 3 stayed above the 8. Love that the big open body, bigger than the wick at the top. This stock may have some more upside, all right? Got some selling pressure, but a lot more open body than selling pressure. I may like that as long as it goes higher than the high. Was this an earnings play? I don't think that this was an earnings play, but the stock fell, technically, found a level of support, bounced. The 3 and the 8 crossed today. I got wick at the top, but the body is still bigger than the wick. I would keep my eye on that stock. Now, remember, all of these stocks are up bigly today. This was an earnings play. Little wick at the top, a lot more open body than wick on above average volume. RT went above 1. This stock could have some upside as well. All right, so those are my short-term plays. Let's go see what my short-term plays look like from last week. Here were my 5 short-term plays from last week. Let's take this back a week. Let's go see if my short-term plays from last week worked out. Let's quick test them. Good Lord, no. But one stock did go up 33%. 2 of these stocks went down a lot. Shipping company, I thought that was going to be a good play to the upside, and 53% down in 1 week. 53% down in 1 week. But KTRA did make up for a little bit of that, 33% to the upside. Not a good week for my picks, but 2 of my stocks did go up. All right, remember, these are short-term plays. Let's go to my swing trade plays. All my people who are the swing traders, put your hands up. All my people out there who are the swing traders, put your hands up. So we dealt with the short-term people. Now let's talk to those day traders and stuff. Let's go look at the middle of the road. Where's all my swing traders at? Put your hands up. Put your hands up. Hey, I'm here. Hip hop hooray. Ho. Hey. Ho. Hip hop hooray. Oh, that's for all my swing traders. That's all my swing traders right there. All right, I've got 5 stocks in here for you to take a look at. The thing about my swing trades, though, I want good quality stocks that have good upside potential. I'm willing to give up a little safety, but they've got to have good upside potential and be in uptrends. All right, so these are good-looking stocks. How do you pick the winner from the list? We look at the graphs. All right, you notice that I just did that, Roger? I look at the graph. Let's go put this on a 3-month graph because the swing trader is for a couple of days to a couple of weeks. Wow, look at that. Man, do you like that? Yes or no? Type that in the room. Do you like the way that graph looks? Yes or no? Type a yes or a no, especially if you're a swing trader. Bottom left, top right, pulled back, but since then, nicely running. The 3 looks good. 3 and the 8 look good. This caught my attention that it was a little bit of a shooting star. No follow through. Even when the stock pulls back, I like the 3 and the 8. The volume looks pretty good. This is a stock I would keep on my radar. What else? Wow, Hudson. Now, what I don't like about Hudson, I do like the volume. It's been above average volume for 4 days in a row. I like that. I don't like the selling pressure right here, but the 3 and the 8 would be my way of knowing when to get out. I do like the move. I don't like the give back right here. I'd like to see you take out the high if I'm not currently in it. If you are in it, leave it alone. It's doing just what you want it to do. Next one, LYTS. Moving up, new 3-month high today. Volume has been pretty steady, nicely up there. But I like the stock. I do like the stock. This is why I have these pick the swing trades for you. ACGL, look at that. Man, I don't like, the volume is being skewered here by this big day of volume. If I zoom in here, take that off. If I zoom in here, you'll see the volume a lot better. But even I like the move. I'm sitting at about a one month graph. That's an excellent looking stock from a swing trade position. And the last stock is Merck. Big down day today. I wouldn't buy it today, but if you're currently in it, I'd leave it alone. If I'm currently in it, I'd leave it alone. All right. How many speculators out there? Let's go look at my swing trade plays for last week, as a matter of fact. Swing trade plays for last week. All right. Swing trade plays for last week. All right. Same sort of thing. I set up stocks that I liked for you. Let's go see what they did. Let's quick test them all. Dang it. Only 2 stocks went up. 1 stock went down 9%. And these were my swing trades. Sigh, listen, you got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, and know when to run. You never count your money. While you're sitting at the table, there'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done. Sigh, they didn't do nearly as well as I'd like. Only 2 out of the 5 went up. But we still were a little less down than the market was. I don't know how much of a consolation that is. Let's talk about my speculation. All right, let's take a look at my speculators. For these, I'm looking for the fundamentals to not be good, but they all are in uptrends. All right, I don't want the fundamentals to be there, but they are all in uptrends. Let's do a graph of these stocks real quick. Now I'm going to put this on a 1-month graph. Wow, RYAM looks good, nicely moving up. Again, fundamentals are not there, but it's in an uptrend. I like this as a regression trade, as the stock, for the last month or so, more so up than down. Pulled back, found a level of support. I'd like for the 3-8 to cross. This could be a good regression trade, pullback trade. I'd wait for the 3-8 to cross. Wow, IMMR looks good. Luckin Coffee, we talked about that in the Jockey Club this morning. This is one of my speculative plays. Nice open candle today. And the last one is AXSM. So those are my 5 stocks for this week. Let's go to my speculative plays for last week. Let's see how they worked out. Man, doesn't look like my plays for last week did so hot. Oh, I looked at it doesn't matter. Here we go. Let's go take a look at them. Quick test them. Wow. Oh, man. All of y'all saying here right now, why should I look at any of Glenn's picks? They all suck. Listen, there's going to be times when they don't work out. I'm always a fan of saying that. Also understand, I never tell you to buy anything. I always tell you to keep these stocks on your watch list. But I got to take it. If I can pat myself on the back when they do well, I got to be able to suck it up and say, man, I'm going to have some weeks when they don't. All right. Can you see this search for the swing trade? I used the Midas Touch. Go to unit search. Go to cherry picking. I use the stocks from Midas Touch VST descending. And then I go through and cherry pick. All right. And then I go through and cherry pick. But this is where my list to find my swing trades is under Midas Touch VST descending. All right. If you're not a subscriber, you don't have access to this search. But if you are a subscriber, this is where I find my swing trades. Roger says it's been a rough week, Glenn. You know something? It is. It is. But I am not backing away from the usage of the software to still find my plays, right? Last but not least, I got some picks for you. I've only got 3. SGML, ADMA, and GNE on my 3 picks for you this week. Let's graph them. All right, these are my own picks for you because I love you all. SGML lithium play. I'm still a fan of the what's the word I'm looking for? Like oil and gold and commodities. I'm still a fan of a lot of the different commodities. Lithium, I like the play. So it's something to keep your eyes on. ADMA, a drug biomedical, big jump up. And my last one is GNE, utility electric. Why we need the electricity. All right, so those are my 3 plays, my personal picks for you. Let's go see what plays I had for you last week. Sigh, here we go. Let's go back 1 week. Oh, what did I use last week? I think I used top VST stocks last week. I believe something along those lines. Quick test. That didn't work out either. Son of a gun. All right, so guess what? Last week wasn't a good week for my picks. Let's go see what happens next week. All right, let's go see what happens next week. I will tell you to keep your eyes on some contras if the market wants to pull back down. Here's 10 really good contras for you guys to keep your eyes on. All right. 10 stocks that I want you to keep your eyes on for contras. So now everybody wants to leave and say, this guy is a hack. All those stocks that he gave were poopy stocks and blah, 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 blah. Joey, put me on my last screen. All right, put me on my last screen. Joey. Are you here, Joey? So that's all I got for you today. There was a lot of stuff. I tried to do it in about 45 minutes. I'm about 5 minutes over. Last time I was in SGML, it tanked the next day. Roger, just keep your eyes on it. It's starting to move now. GME missed horribly and it popped. Why? Because there's a lot of people out. Put me back in the software, Joey. Let's talk about that real quick. GME missed. It's still driving up. It's hopium. All right, I'm put that out there. That's hopium. That's straight up hopium. GME. That's hopium. Let's go put this on a 1 month graph. 1 month graph. GME. Big pop. That's a big, big pop. And a lot of you out there, you like that pop and you cannot lie. We'll see what happens coming from here. The 3 hasn't crossed above the 8. I just keep that in mind. It did go from a sell to a hold, big volume, big pop, even after missing earnings. We'll see what happens. All right. So now you can put me back on the end. Thank you, Joey. We talked about a lot of stuff. How many likes did we get so far, Joey? Why are you pushing that up? I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet. Don't make me yell at you. I know you're not feeling well. Let's get the likes up to 100 before we leave. All right. We didn't get to the 300 people I wanted in the room. And, it is what it is. But at least before I leave, I want to get 100 likes. How about that? Especially, folks, we put a lot of work into getting this content out for you. We don't want to just slap anything together and just be blah, 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 blah. I want to give you the opportunity to have you some stuff to look at, and especially understanding what's going on in the market from a market timing perspective. All right. With that, don't forget to go to www.vectorvest.com/28 for the free 28 portfolio challenge, 28-day portfolio challenge. Everybody can play, can take part of that. It's free, and it's going to help to make you a better investor. All right. Don't forget to go to our website and go to our blog to see new stocks every day, every single day. All right. And I got to go. All right. With that, adios, arrivederci, ciao, au revoir, sayonara, aloha to all my peeps in Hawaii. Keep your feet out of the fire. Keep your feet out of the fire. All right. Bom dia, salam, shalom, namaste, yasu. Until next time, folks. See ya.